Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for clicking on the video today. So honestly, in this video, all I really want to do is talk about the girl Eula because she's a character that I'm still so extremely hyped for to have drop in the game, and as of right now, I just don't really see that many people talking about her, and I feel as if it's my right, my duty to go ahead and get her hyped up and get people excited for her to drop right after the Zhongli rerun banner ends. And I understand why not too many people are talking about her right now. We have Zhongli's rerun banner happening right now. Yan Fei just dropped, so people are excited about her, rightfully so. I definitely understand, but Eula is a character that, for me personally, I'm super excited for. I want to hype up because I think she's so amazing, and that's just simply what I want to do in today's video. So like I mentioned, nothing that I want to talk about in particular, just Eula as a whole, her kit, what she's bringing to the table, and why I think she's going to be so damn strong. Probably this may be a hot take, the strongest Claymore user. Yes, I think she's going to be stronger than Diluc, and just basically start bringing some hype to her. I want to start talking about Eula moving forward and get people excited about her. So I do hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you like what you see, and let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. So why am I so excited about Eula? Well, one, I already mentioned this. I think she's going to be extremely strong. I think she's going to be one of the strongest characters in Genshin Impact when she drops. I think she is going to be the strongest Claymore user. Yes, above Diluc. I think she's going to be stronger than Diluc when she drops. I know that might be a hot take, and my Diluc fanboys, please don't dislike this video. Don't go crazy in the comment section. That's just my honest opinion. I think she's going to be stronger than Diluc because she does have a naturally higher base attack as well as Diluc. Or higher than Diluc's, I should say. So that's one indicator, but also just her kit and her artifact set and her probably best in slot weapon, the Song of Broken Wallets. I think those things all inclusive is is going to make Eula just a stronger character, but I just think naturally she's stronger than Diluc. Her character design is flawless. I love the way she looks. I love her lore and backstory. It's something that I think is really interesting and I want to get to know more of. And I think her animations are clean. I think she as a whole just looks phenomenal. Definitely a character that I would be into when it comes to design and lore standpoint. So I'm all about it from that aspect. And then you put on top of her being just a very strong character, just based off of when you start reading her kit, such as within her elemental skill, where when she hits an opponent, Eula gains a stack of Grimheart, then that stacks up to 2 times, excuse me. These stacks can only be gained once every 0.3 seconds, and these Grimheart increases Eula's resistance to interruption and defense. That's something that I always loved in a character. And then with her hold aspect of the Ice Vortex, her elemental skill, Eula consumes all the stacks of the Grimheart, slashes forward, dealing AoE cryo damage to opponents in front of her. If the Grimheart stacks are consumed, surrounding opponents with their physical res and cryo resistance decrease. Each consumed stack of Grimheart will be converted into an Ice World brand that deals cryo damage to nearby opponents. So just a really good overall elemental skill. It's going to be decreasing the physical resistance and the cryo resistance of the enemy, so it's going to allow you to hit harder. You can gain those stacks, which is really nice, and you can see the damage on those, and you can see the damage per stacks. You get ignore interruption, and you get defense, which is really good, and it goes right in tandem with her elemental burst, which is the glacial illumination, where she's going to be dealing cryo damage to nearby opponents and creating a Lightfall sword that follows her around for a duration of up to 7 seconds. While present, the Lightfall sword increases Eula resistance to interruption, so more ignore interruption. When Eula's own normal attack, elemental skill, and elemental burst deal damage to opponents, they will charge the Lightfall sword, which can gain an energy stack once every 0.1 seconds. Once its duration ends, the Lightfall sword will descend and explode violently, dealing physical damage to nearby opponents. This damage scales on the number of energy stacks the Lightfall sword has accumulated, and if she leaves the field, the Lightfall swords will explode immediately. So basically, with every normal elemental and elemental burst damage that she does, she's going to be charging that Lightfall sword up, which is going to be around for 7 seconds. You can see the maximum stacks are going to be 30, and you can see how hard the Lightfall sword base damage is going to be doing at level 8, as well as the skill damage at level 8, and then with the damage per stacks, if you get the max stacks, it's going to be doing tons of damage. This elemental burst might be one of the hardest hitting elemental bursts in the game. On top of just how hard Eula is going to hit on her own, just with all the physical damage that she's going to be able to obtain, she scales off a crit damage, which is something you want your DPS to scale off of with her leveling up, her ascension. And then having the highest base attack out of Claymore users, natural base attack. And then her ignore interruptions, her increased defense. I mean, Eula is going to hit like a freaking truck, guys. Like a freaking truck. And then if we take a look at her passive talents, if 2 stacks of Grimheart are consumed upon unleashing the hold mode of Ice Tide Vortex, which is her elemental skill, a Shattered Lightfall Sword will be created that will explode immediately, dealing 50% of basic physical damage dealt by a Lightfall Sword created by Glacial Illumination. So, I mean, right there, that's incredible, being able to do more damage. Just by consuming your Grimheart, which is something you're naturally going to be doing anyways if you're utilizing Eula optimally. And then with her second passive, when Glacial Illumination is cast, the cooldown of Ice Tide Vortex is reset and Eula gains 1 stack of Grimheart. You're basically resetting your elemental skill, and you get already a stack of your Grimheart, which means you only got to do your elemental skill again, and then you can consume it. Just the way her elemental skill and her elemental burst work together is just so seamless, and it fits so perfectly that she is made to do damage. She is made to hit like a truck, and that's just basically what she's going to do. And then I don't even want to get into her Constellations, which is going to be absolutely nutty. So even at C1, C0, let me, and I know I'm going to get questions in the comment section. C0 Eula is going to be amazing. Don't even worry about that. You don't have to get Constellations on it. But if you decide to go for Constellation, C1 is just nutty. Tidal Illusion. Every time Ice Tide Vortex Grimheart stacks are consumed, Eula's physical damage is increased by 30% for 6 seconds. Once again, a natural part of her kit, so you're going to be doing that anyway, so you're going to get more physical damage for 6 seconds. Each stack consumed will increase the duration of this effect by 6 seconds up to a maximum of 18 seconds. So you can go ahead and continue doing this if you have C1, which is insane. And then C2 decreases the cooldown of Ice Tide Vortex holding mode, rendering it identical to the press mode. What? What? And then you go to C4, Lightfall Swords deal 25% increased damage against opponents with less than 50% HP. That's, you know, situational, but I mean, at the same time, you're gonna get that a lot of times. So, especially against bosses, this is gonna be pretty incredible. But against mobs, anybody, this is gonna be incredible. And then C6 is not necessary. I think you can stop at probably, I don't know, C2 or C3. I mean, C1 by itself is incredible, but if you wanted to go for it. But then C6, Lightfall Swords created by Glacial Illumination start with 5 stacks of energy. Normal attacks, elemental skills, and elemental bursts have a 50% chance to grant the Lightfall Sword an additional stack of energy. So you're going to start off with 5 stacks, so you're already that much quicker to getting the max stacks. And then your normal attacks, elemental skills, and elemental bursts have the 50% chance. So you have a coin flip to grant your Lightfall Sword an additional stack of energy. So it's going to be like a 2-for-1 special, which once again is going to get you closer to your maximum stack. So it's not going to take you as long to get there. It's going to be more of a guaranteedness that you're going to get the max stacks before the duration ends and they explode, which means you're going to be able to do more damage more consistently with C6 on your elemental burst. Now it's once again not necessary because, you know, you're gonna be doing tons of damage regardless, so it's not necessary. This is just if you want to be like freaking over the top, like if you want to be obnoxious, then yeah. But honestly, with everything in regards to Eula, just her kit alone, this is not even talking about, you know, best in slot weapons, whether it be Wolf Gravestone or the Song of Broken Wallets, or talking about her applicable artifact set, which you can start farming right now, which I advise you to, which is the Pale Flame set. I mean, once you start adding those things into the equation, then we're talking about just some, like, ridiculousness on one character. Some absolute nuttiness on one character. So if we just really quickly take a look at the Pale Flame set. The 2-piece, it increases physical damage by 25%. And then the 4Ps, when the elemental skill hits an opponent, attack is increased by 9%. Once again, remember, elemental skill is something you're just going to be naturally doing. The attack is increased by 9% for 7 seconds. This effect stacks up to 2 times and can be triggered once every 0.3 seconds. Now, once you get to 2 stacks, then the 2 set effect is increased by 100%, which means your physical damage is increased by 50%. Now we're starting to get into some uncharted, ridiculous territory, some real nuttiness going on that I'm all here for. And this is why Eula is going to be a freaking powerhouse. This is why she's going to be one of the top DPSs, if not the top DPS in the game. And this is why Eula is going to bring back the physical damage meta. I wouldn't say meta. I don't like using the word meta, but she's going to bring physical damage back. Physical damage has been kind of like pushed to the wayside a little bit, kind of pushed down, where elemental damage is like where you want to be. But with Eula coming back, she's going to revive that, and she's going to be incredible. Absolutely incredible. So anyways, guys, that is the video today. That's what I had for you guys. I hope you did enjoy the video. I hope you like what you saw, and let me know in the comments down below if you're still excited for Eula. Let me know in the comments down below if you are still hyped for this character to drop in the game. I'm going to be consistently coming out with Eula content, as I am super excited about this character, as you may or may not know. And I'm going to be maining her, and she's probably going to be my most favorite character in the game up until this point. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you enjoyed what you saw once again. And remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out. Bye, guys.